Welcome to the Yum Yum Yogi. Today we will be making an ancient grain banana bread. This is one of those recipes that doesn't compromise on flavor in spite of it having ancient grains. And you cannot tell it is gluten-free. So while making this bread, let's remember you have accepted your higher divine self as not separate from you, but that which lies at the very heart of you, and hence made contact with your deepest spiritual core. And so for this recipe, let's start by mashing the bananas. When you mash these bananas, they have to be, of course, really, really ripe. And also you have to mash it by a hand tool, like a fork or a potato masher. Do not use a machine in this recipe. And then add oil to this, vanilla extract, some cinnamon, and nutmeg. And I'm using raw sugar, and I've made this with coconut sugar also, and it tastes great. In this recipe, I'm using raw sugar. Again, mash with a fork or a potato masher. Do not use a machine. And since I do not have flours with me on hand, I'm using half a cup of quinoa and 1/3 cup of oats to yield 3/4 cup of quinoa flour and half a cup of oat flour. I'm grinding the flours in a dry grains Vitamix because I didn't have any of the flours on hand with me. So grind really well. If you have the flours, just use the flours. There. And that is 3/4 cup of quinoa and half a cup of oat flour. And now let's use sorghum flour. Now all the other flours are 1/4 cup each. Amaranth is 1/4 cup. Millet is 1/4 cup. And the last one is almond, is 1/4 cup. Add 2 tablespoons of flax meal to this. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch. And now mix with a spatula. Do not use a machine. So gently mix till it all comes together like that. And now add 2/3 cup of chopped walnuts and 2/3 cup of chocolate chips. You can add a half a cup too. It's depending on your taste. Fold them in. And now oil a loaf pan and transfer the batter to the loaf pan. At some point, you would have had preheated the oven to 350. And so this has to bake in a preheated oven at 350 for about 1 hour. And after 1 hour, you have that really delicious looking, moist, amazing banana bread. It really is good. But before we taste it, let's remember you have accepted your higher divine self as not separate from you, but that which lies at the very heart of you, and hence made contact with your deepest spiritual core. All right, let's taste this. It's a little more crumbly than the regular banana bread, so you have to slice it thicker than the regular one. This is how it looks. The texture is a little more crumbly, but it really tastes good. You cannot tell it's gluten-free. You cannot taste any one of the grains. It really has a very intense banana flavor. It's delish. Let me have some more. I like the edges. I love it. It's really good. This is one recipe which is naturally gluten-free and you don't compromise on the flavor or the texture. It's really amazing. Yum yum.